affirm through understanding comes healing. Through loss, I find strength. I surrender to the universe and all that it is doing in my life. Hey everybody, Grand Rising, happy Sunday and also happy spring equinox. So today I'm going to do a little vlog. I'm actually going to do some flotation therapy. So I'm going to take you along with me while I do that. And also today is somewhat of a sad day as well, but I'm not going to try to think about it in that way. But if I, didn't go through my ectopic pregnancy, I would actually be giving birth today. So I had that in mind. I also don't want to focus on it. So I said I'm going to do something nice for myself today. So later on, we'll talk about what my experience was like with flotation therapy, as well as the benefits of it. So see you later. Bye. Hey everyone, so welcome back. So I just made it back home after my float session. So I went to True Rest in Skokie, and there are a lot of True Rest facilities across the country. It's actually really cool because if you want to like own a franchise, you can. But just a couple things about my session. Like this is going to be a really quick video. So in the intro, I had said that, today obviously is going to be somewhat of a sad day. And I kept that in mind when, booking this service. But really, this appointment I had booked on February 20th. And at that point, I couldn't make the appointment. So I had pushed it to, March 20th. And I really was not aware that of what today was going to be until recently. I was like looking through my notes and I saw it. So it's like crazy how the universe works. But I expected to, cry in the tank and I didn't. I've done floating one time before, and it was after my aunt had passed away. And I found like during, that session, I cried a lot. It was finally that moment where I was alone with my thoughts and the grief just set in, I guess. So I cried. But today, I didn't cry. I think I teared up a little bit on my way to the session, and that was because I took a edible on my way there. But I really left feeling so relaxed. I had a better experience this time, maybe because I had a better understanding of what floating is, and the tank was bigger. The tank that I had before, what I liked about the first tank is there were stars in the ceiling that you can look at. But this one, it doesn't have the stars in the ceiling, but you can still control the lighting. You were able to slide the door across, and you could have kept it open if you wanted, or you could have just slid the door and keep it closed. So I feel like the facilities were nicer, definitely, and I just enjoyed the session more. So in the beginning, I did some breath work, just to calm my nervous system a little bit, connect with myself. I found like within the first few, like 15 minutes, I was going through a lot of things that happened within the last few months. And it took me a while to really relax, but I ended up falling asleep. And I woke up once the filtration system kicked in to let me know that the float session was coming to an end. So, just to walk you through it, sometimes some facilities let you play music throughout your entire float, but because it was my first time at this facility, they played music for the first 15 minutes to get you to relax, and then the last 5 minutes of the float to let you know that your float is coming to an end before the filtration system kicks in. What I really liked about it as well is they had the tea, they had water, and they also had the oxygen that you can do with different aromas. So in the end, they gave me just like a little gift bag. In there has some lavender infused magnesium. It smells really nice. And then they gave me some brochures. So if you never did flotation therapy before, this is just going to really quickly tell you some of the benefits. So, some of the physical benefits: increased blood circulation, increased healing abilities, pain management, increased immune system functioning, use in athletic training, as well as reduced lactic acid buildup. Mental benefits: stress reduction, increased creativity, increased reaction time, and sensory acuity. Sleep schedule maintenance, feelings of euphoria and calmness. So definitely after, I felt very calm, very relaxed, and the oxygen definitely helps as well as the tea. And I've had some problems in the last few months, sleeping throughout the night. Lately it's been getting a little better, but I definitely feel like incorporating floating is going to help. And what I really liked about this facility is they put you in a separate room, and then they play a video for you to give you like clear instructions of what to expect. There was a button in the tank if you needed help, if you feeling nauseated, because some people do feel nauseous in the tank because there's so much salt, and we know salt is something that's detoxifying. Sometimes it's just so much for our system that the body can't handle it. So I really like that there were very clear instructions and guidelines opposed to the first time I floated. So floating is definitely something I want to do more often. I loved how they explained it takes a long time for stress to build in the body. So all of that stress cannot be undone in one float session. Usually within like 3 to 4 sessions, you are going to notice the difference. It is going to take some work. So I definitely hope that people incorporate it. It is the same concept as the Dead Sea. If you were to go visit the Dead Sea, you're automatically going to float because of how much salt is in the water. So some people are scared, like I was mentioning it to my mom. She said, "Oh my God, what if I drown?" Honestly, I don't think it's even possible for you to drown. I might be wrong, but as soon as you go in there, your feet are going to be able to touch the bottom of the tank, and as soon as you lay back, you're going to start floating. From my first float that I did, I noticed that I had a lot of neck pain. And the reason why I had a lot of neck pain is because I wasn't allowing myself to just let go and relax for my body to do what it needed to do in the tank by floating. So that was one thing. I noticed a difference. This time I was fully able to let go and drift off into a sleep. The first time I wasn't able to drift off into sleep, as well as I really liked the earplugs at this place because it was the ones that you can mold and fit into your ears. The last place I went to, I felt like the plugs were not staying in, so it was coming out a lot. And I did like the halo. I can't have my head back all the way yet without the support of the halo. So the halo definitely supported my neck where I didn't feel a lot of pain as well. So this place actually has a membership program as well. So let's just say you want to be a part of their floater program. You have the basic membership of $65 a month. So that's going to be one float a month, 110 for two, and the premium is going to be four floats per month. Oh, I can't talk. Four floats per month for $200. And the good thing is the floats do roll over, and then you do get the complimentary oxygen, with your float session. So if it's your first time, it's going to be $65. You do get the complimentary float as well. But let's just say you don't have the membership and you just go, then you're going to have to pay the extra $10 for the oxygen. So yeah, that was basically my experience at True Rest. It was very beautiful facilities, very clean. I left there feeling like so relaxed. I really enjoyed my time there, and I think that would be my regular place that I'll go to when it comes to doing, my floating. So like I said in the last video, over the next few months you're going to see me incorporating a lot of wellness modalities, just to help promote healing in my body, as well as any stress, anxiety, feelings of depression that I may feel sometimes. Because honestly, me going through everything with, you know, past relationships, the big piece is me going through this ectopic pregnancy. It has taken such a toll on me mentally, emotionally, that I am having a hard time with it. And I have a harder time with it than I expected. And I really had to have a conversation with God today. Like, I understand why it had to happen, but it's still painful and it doesn't make it easier, and the pain doesn't go away. Like, I imagine today that how it would feel to be able to give birth today if it was able to come to full term. And I obviously didn't get to experience that, and I'm disappointed in myself because lately I've been feeling these thoughts of, I just thought my life would have been different by now. I thought I would have had this by now. I just thought things would have been different, and here I am. And it's not like I'm a failure or anything, but everyone has a vision for how they expected their life to turn out. And obviously my life is turning out differently than I anticipated, and that's not a bad thing. I definitely think that in the future I will have a chance to become a mom and be married and in a better space. But I do struggle with it. And for me to heal and be in a better place and get past it, I really have to take the time to take care, of myself, as well as learn the lessons about everything that happens in my life. So that's just basically in a nutshell. So if you're interested in, trying floating, I definitely think everyone can benefit from it. There's nothing to be scared about. Obviously, a lot of people get nervous when it comes to floating. I can go in a tank and I can float, But if when I go back to Trinidad and I'm at the beach, I just can't float. Like my body just can't do it. I can't, let myself do it. But that's the thing about the whole concept of, flow therapy, flotation therapy, whatever you want to call it, is kind of like sensory deprivation almost. The idea is that you go into this tank with no distractions. Ideally, you don't have any lighting and you don't have any music. So you're just in there with yourself, fully just immersing yourself in meditation and letting go, right? So it's different when you're at the beach. So I always think it's funny that I'm able to float in this tank, but I can't at the beach. I can't even do it in a swimming pool. So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
You are a light even in your darkest hour, and you are a force to be reckoned with. You have the power to create the life you desire and deserve. You don't operate from a place of fear and lack. Love is abundant. Do not let anything break your spirit. You are worthy. You are divine. Your potential is infinite. So slow down. It's not a competition, nor is it a sprint. It's a marathon. So pace yourself, be gentle with yourself, breathe, and just trust that it is all unfolding as it should. And remember, you are 100% that queen.